Do you guys ever think randomly? I know you do, and so do I. Sup, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to share some of my random thoughts. You guys probably know me for being a huge cashew, and I'm about to add on to it with this video. I tend to think randomly, like, kind of a lot, so you know, this is probably going to be a long video. There is never a time in my life when my mind is completely blank, unless if I'm trying to solve a math problem, then it might go completely blank then. But even then, it probably won't even go completely blank. I'll probably just be thinking about something else, but anyways, who cares? So I actually heard a couple of my real life friends talking about this, and it is, vegans eat only plants. Plants stop global warming. I never exactly understand how plants stop global warming, or at least slow it down, even though I took bio and global science in high school. So what my guys were talking about is they were saying how vegans eat plants, and plants slow down global warming. So that means vegans could possibly increase the chances of global warming coming to Earth. Now I can actually see some logic behind this because... Now I actually just googled this, and I'm looking at the article right now, and this article says something about these ocean plants called phytoplankton, which apparently reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere levels, therefore affecting the temperature. Now we have another part here about tropical rainforests, and it says tropical rainforests which also absorb massive amounts of carbon dioxide and release water vapor from formed clouds, and they're critical to stabilizing atmospheric temperatures. I'm not sure if vegans eat tropical rainforests or phytoplankton. Probably not though. There's like broccoli and celery and asparagus. I'm sure vegans eat those. But, you know, speaking of plants, I'm sure everyone here knows what photosynthesis is, and if you don't, go back to school. Or just Google it, that's a faster way of learning. But anyways, photosynthesis is how plants create their own food. Because obviously, living things need food in order to survive. Now, I've been thinking long and hard about this, and I know what I'm about to say next is going to make me look like a complete idiot, but I'm just going to say it anyways. If humans make their own food, then wouldn't that be photosynthesis? Now let me explain to you why the answer is no. Photosynthesis is, without even looking up, when plants use sunlight to create their own food. They use energy from the sun. They don't necessarily like have their own energy. They don't have free will like we do. And you know, how about a little bonus here? To add on to my stupidity level, I'm actually going to Google human photosynthesis. In the sunlight. Humans be hacked by photosynthesis. Well, let's just see what this says. Imagine if we do as the plants do, feed directly. Certainly make our lives easier, yeah, I'm sure. Countless hours spent purchasing and preparing and eating food could be redirected somewhere. We wouldn't even need soylent. Exploited land would ecosystem. Oh no! I don't know how to read! You know, this entire global warming thing is making me think of another thing. If global warming was to occur, then the North Pole is probably screwed. Santa Claus and all the homies would probably have to find somewhere else to stay. The penguins and the polar bears might actually go extinct. I mean, they're used to living in a super cold environment, right? But adaptations? I really don't think polar bears would last a super long time out in the sunny environment due to their thick fur and how their thick fur allows them to survive in the cold. And penguins might actually have a better chance at living in super hot areas than polar bears do. So what if snow didn't exist? I live in California, and like, I live pretty close to the Pacific Ocean if you think about it. So I don't get snow. Except I did get snow one time, but only once, okay? It wasn't anything, I mean, it was special, but I don't think we're gonna get snow again. I'm just trying to think of what could possibly happen in a world without snow. There'd be no such thing as Frosty the Snowman, obviously. However, there was a magic hat in the fairy tale that brought him to life. Maybe, but what the magic hat would actually do? I wonder if we would have hail men as opposed to snowmen. Why must my random thoughts always make me do stupid Google searches? While on the positive side, we wouldn't have Frozen. And without Frozen, we wouldn't have Let It Go. What if money did grow on trees? Our population would probably be extremely bland. People would just be living their lives, you know, it's life down the fast lane, no responsibilities, you could just hire somebody. Wait a minute though, you can't hire maids if money grows on trees. The people who probably were maids probably be living their own lives down the fast lane. Or who knows, maybe people would still be getting jobs, but there'd be no point to it if you... Well, hang on a minute. I'm thinking if money trees were everywhere, if there was only like one specific money tree, like, you know how we have apple trees and peach trees and, you know, lemon trees? I actually had a tangerine tree when I lived in my Mobo home. But the question is, who would sell money tree seeds? I have a feeling money tree seeds would be really hard to come by. So if anything, if money trees were a thing, it would probably be super rare. What if Santa Claus was real? Well, God form would probably be a thing. What if birds didn't hatch out of eggs? What if they had like their own way of coming out? I know mammals, their babies don't hatch out of eggs, but what if birds were like that as well? I mean, they could hatch out of something else, but what else is there to hatch out of? Other than your mother. I honestly don't know anything about animal pregnancy, so I really don't have any say over this. Or any answers. You know, speaking along the lines of animal pregnancy, you know how mammals, like, their babies don't hatch out of eggs? I wonder how narwhal pregnancy works, you know, like whales and stuff.
Fish pregnancy.
If the tooth fairy existed, then, like, what if we had a bunch of teeth fairies, like, doing their own teeth fairy thing? You know, like... What if popularity in the tooth fairy community was based off of the teeth that they collect? Yeah, because you know how popularity these days are like based on like how you treat someone else or like what you look like or how funny you are, I don't know. What if popularity in the tooth fairy community was based on the teeth that they collected? I mean, I understand that there's no such thing as a tooth fairy, it's just your parents, like, taking your teeth, and then they, like, take whatever they get from their paycheck and then put that under your pillow instead. You know, I should really do a video about stupid stuff that I believed as a kid. And no, I don't have an older brother. And I have one more random thought that I'm gonna share, which it really only makes sense if you know me personally. What if I had not taken Spanish my freshman year? I don't like know Spanish or anything. I never knew anything about Spanish when I was going into my Spanish class when I was in freshman year. But I know what como estás means now. Hola, me llamo Maze-Master. ¿De dónde eres? ¿Cómo estás? You know, you probably don't know this because you don't keep up with my regular life, but I learned more about the real world than I did Spanish. I learned in my Spanish 2 class sophomore year that people can be complete jerkwads. They can like pretend to be your friend and then stab you in the back and you won't even see it coming. So without Spanish 1 from freshman year, I never would have taken Spanish 2 my sophomore year, which I probably would not even be here today. So that's the end of the video. I'm gonna do something a little bit different from now on with these Mazytimes. I'm gonna put an end card at the end of every video. It's gonna have the bonus question on it every single time. So obviously I'm not gonna have to like throw up the bonus question, like edit it in like I've been doing all the other times. So let me know what y'all think. Stay safe, don't die, and go outside more often. I mean, I like it on pizzas, and I like grilled cheese sandwiches, but I just don't like it raw.
What, Mazy? Cubed cheese with crackers is the best.
No, it's not, because it attracts sea bears, okay?